dig it? The big weekend is finally here. Can we expect any big upsets? What about some big surprises? Could this be the most feel-great WrestleMania of all time? I'm Iain Chambers, and this is your WrestleMania special Wrestlezone Roundup. Now the beers have been bought, the Doritos and dips are on deck, the Mr. Perfect singlet is now on its way to me right now in the post. I've just had confirmation via email. And the fridge is full to the brim of Red Bull. It can only mean one thing. Wrestlemania. Now this week's event could be the longest wrestling show of all time. Now I would never complain about having too much wrestling to watch, but let me just put this into perspective real quick. There's been a bit of a trend going on in recent years. WrestleMania 32 lasted 286 minutes. 33 trumped that at 305 minutes. And WrestleMania 34 clocked in a whopping 314 minutes. That featured 14 matches, with this year's set to feature a minimum of 16 plus all your special appearances. Now, if like me, you live in the UK, you're going to be lucky to be tucked up and away in bed for 6 o'clock in the morning. I say, bring it on, brother. Let's rattle through some predictions. Pop the kettle on, this could take about an hour, and feel free to chime in with yours. Give me a tweet at It's Iain Chambers. Now, I've picked some of the top matches. And I'm massively intrigued by this one. Kurt Angle in his farewell match against Baron Corbin. Now, we've all had our fingers crossed that this one was subject to change, but sadly, we're out of time. Or are we? The potential opponent on everyone's lips a few weeks ago was John Cena. And can I just say, how crazy is it that in just a matter of days, we will see Wrestle-freaking-Mania? And so far, we've seen nothing of John Cena. I know it's notoriously hard to see the fella, but come on. Mania with no John Cena? I'm just not having that. I'm not. I reckon we could see Corbin beat down Angle before the bell. Then, look who it is, running down the ramp. It's the leader of the C Nation, and he comes down to make the save, send Baron back up the ramp, and ultimately give us all the retirement match we want, and more importantly, Kurt Angle deserves. Cena, Angle, a boy can dream. Okay, so a couple of weeks back, Dave Batista told Triple H, "Give me what I want!" And he got his match against the game at WrestleMania, but it was made a hell of a lot spicier when the cerebral assassin agreed to put his 26-year career on the line. Now, my first reaction to that was, well, that makes it obvious. Triple H is, of course, gonna win. But hold on. Think about this. Maybe he's content hanging up those old tight leather undies for good. Maybe he's grown to prefer the feeling of a suit and tie. Most of his energy now goes into NXT and NXT UK anyway, and he's doing a fantastic job bringing through the stars of the future. I mean, he's about to turn 50 years old, and let's face it, he's never beaten the animal one-on-one. And he said himself in an interview this week that his pec might fall off. I reckon there's a chance we could see Triple H kiss Dave's ass after all. All right, next, I'm just going to come out with it. I think Brock Lesnar will retain the Universal title. Back in February, wrestling fans around the world were relieved and delighted when Roman Reigns announced his cancer was in remission and he was returning to the ring. He's, of course, in action at WrestleMania himself against Drew McIntyre, a match that I, for one, would love to see him win. The question is, where does all this leave Seth? Now the big dog is back, it's hard to believe that Vince isn't eyeing him up for another run with the title. God damn it, he looks so good. Now, I think that Seth should burn it down and bring the belt home. I think he deserves it. But I think we see Brock come out on top and go on to face Roman in the next couple of months. Let me know what you think. Give me a tweet at It's Iain Chambers. Now, there are 1,000,001 reasons why I want to see Kofi Kingston win the WWE Championship on Sunday night. He's stepped up to a whole new level in recent months. He's super likable. The fan reaction would be off the charts if he won it. And he's gone through hell to get this opportunity. This should be, no, this needs to be his crowning moment. But there is one problem. That belt. When you win your first ever WWE Championship, you want to feel leather in your hands. Imagine when Shawn Michaels won the Iron Man match at WrestleMania 12. He had to cry all over this gimmicky title. Or if when Stone Cold Steve Austin won his first WWE Championship at WrestleMania 14, he had to raise this piece of shit in the air. I say, have the leather strap on standby so Kofi gets to celebrate in style. Now, last year, I was standing in the crowd at the Royal Rumble in Philadelphia when Ronda Rousey made her debut. After the show finished, I was having a few beers with my mate, and I said, Asuka and Shinsuke are going to have a huge couple of years on top. And one day, Ronda will headline a WrestleMania match. 1 out of 2 was correct. The plan, of course, was for Ronda to square off with Charlotte Flair, but the man Becky Lynch had such a belter of 2018 that she had to have a seat at the table too. So here we are, the first ever women's match to headline a WrestleMania. All 3 women deserve to be closing this show, probably around 9 AM UK time, and surely Vince will want to send the fans home happy and probably a little bit exhausted. I'm going for Becky Lynch and a ton of confetti. If you agree or disagree with any of my predictions, give me a tweet at It's Iain Chambers or just comment below. And remember, this is our Christmas. We only get it once a year. Our partners, if we have them, don't understand. Our best mates, some of them, think we're a bit weird, but we are gonna milk every last moment because it's WrestleMania, baby. I'll be back next week with all the fallout. See you then.